Does it ever feel like you're a marketing professional just
speaking into the void?
But with LinkedIn ads, you can know you're reaching the right decision makers, a network of 130 million of them, in fact. You can even target buyers by job title, industry, company, seniority, skills, and did I say job title? See how you can avoid the void and reach the right buyers with LinkedIn ads. Spend $250 on your first campaign and get a free $250 credit for the next one. Get started at linkedin.com/campaign. Terms and conditions apply.
When you plug in the headphones, sometimes they work, sometimes they don't. And when I mentioned that to Tom, he says, yeah, sometimes you have to wiggle the wire.
Okay, wiggle it just a little bit.
This is the plaintiff, Thomas Pedro. He says he sold his electric drum set to the defendant, set up a payment plan. The guy made one payment and then that was it. The defendant then sent him a letter stating that he gave him the drum set as a gift. A gift? This guy must have been pounding on the drums a little too hard, because he's gone nuts if he thinks he'd give him a $1,300 drum set as a gift. This is the defendant, Kenneth Gerace. He says the plaintiff got a new drum set and then came to his house with his old set, dropped it off and said, "How many buddies do you know who'd give you a drum set like this?" A few months later, the dude's tune changed and he started asking for money. He told him he'd return the drums to him because he never agreed to pay the plaintiff, but he refused to take them back, so here they are. He's accused of not banging on the drum all day.
All parties, please raise your right hand.
What you are about to witness is real. The participants are not actors. They are actual litigants with a case pending in civil court. Both parties have agreed to drop their claims and have their cases settled here before Judge Marilyn Milian in our forum, the People's Court.
Be seated. Come to order, please. Litigants have been sworn, Your Honor.
Thank you, Douglas. Okay, Mr. Pedro, you are suing Mr. How do I pronounce
Gerace.
it? Gerace. For $1,300 that you say he owes you for an electric drum set and refuses to repay you. Talk to me.
Okay, I was able to get Ken a job at the company I worked at in the summer of 2012. We had previously worked at another job together for close to 2 years, so we were good friends. We did a lot of things together. I was with him at 7 months. We were in the truck as a team. We were partners for anywhere from 8 to 15 hours a day, so we spent a lot of time together. In January of 2013, I bought a new drum set. In February of 2013, I told Ken I was selling my electronic drum set because I had bought an acoustic set. At the time, Ken said he was really interested in buying it. And I told him I'd give him a real good deal on it because I was going to keep them both, but there's just no room for them. It didn't make any sense. So I told him I'd sell him everything that I had for $1,500, less 3 pieces that I kept for my new drum set. I kept a hi-hat stand, a bass pedal, and the drummer's throne. So I've got a receipt here, what I paid for it.
No, tell me tell me your agreement with him.
Oh, okay.
You were going to sell this used set to him for $1,500.
$1,500.
And that was very clear.
Very clear.
And he agreed to pay you $1,500 for it.
And it was supposed to be on installments. Now, we never agreed on an installment price because...
Did you put anything in writing?
No, nothing in writing.
Did anybody else know about the agreement?
No, nobody was around.
Because according to you, people just rain drum sets on you?
No, they don't rain, but he told me he'd give me the drum set.
On account of why?
On account
He's
of
trying to date you?
No, like I said, we were good friends. He didn't have room for it, and
right, but
even when he
according
tried
to your own testimony, if he took it to Guitar Center, they were going to give you how much?
They were going to give me $800 for it towards the new drum set.
Right, so it's worth something, and
Right.
he can get it out of his space issue. It could stop being a storage crisis by just giving it to Guitar
Well,
Center.
that's
So
true,
we know it's worth
but-
something.
But
So-
he felt where he had bought it from them or whatever, that he wasn't going to give it to him for $800.
So he'd rather give it to you for $0 for the sheer satisfaction of cheating Guitar Center out of
No,
$800.
he would give it to me because we were friends. And on top of that, when you plug in the headphones, sometimes they work, sometimes they don't. You have to play with the wire. If that
That's very
happened
different from the
if that
situation
at
just a
Guitar Center.
Mr. Race, whether or not you don't think they're quality after having them for a while is very different from the question I'm asking, which is, I have to try to believe one of the two of you.
I understand that, but
And
what
you
I'm
want
saying
me
is...
to believe that even though it was worth at a minimum on a wholesale, just giving it to the dealer kind of
Right.
trade it, that it was, even though it was worth $800, that he just insisted on giving it to you for $0.
But if he brought the drum set to Guitar Center and they had that same problem, this was before they even seen the drum set or anything. I was with them. If they'd had that problem bringing them the drum set to Guitar Center, they wouldn't have took them. And he knew of the problem because...
Did they offer you $800 after seeing it, or just hearing the kind it was?
Just strictly what I told them, the DX
Okay,
Extreme
so
2S.
now you get the drum set, and what do you say is wrong with it?
When you plug in the headphones, sometimes they work, sometimes they don't. And when I mentioned that to Tom, he says, yeah, sometimes you have to wiggle the wire.
Okay, wiggle it just a little bit. All right,
Yeah.
and so what ends up happening? You have it for how long before, to your shock, he asks for money?
I had it for 3 or 4 months, and then we ended up in an argument in the truck. We didn't speak for about a week.
What did you argue about?
I don't remember. Probably the job.
Would you have something to do with this or no?
No, had nothing to do with this. Had to do with the jobs and how I did it compared to how he did it.
And then, so when you're not speaking to each other, you're sitting next to each other in the car?
Yeah, we have no choice. We're in a truck.
Oh my gosh, that's awkward.
Yeah, 10 to 12 hours a day.
Without saying a word to each other?
That's it. Yeah.
Wow, that's got to be a long day.
It is, yeah, it is. So anyway.
And neither one of you can grow up and talk to each other?
Eventually, at the end of the week, we did.
Welcome back to the People's Court. Harvey Levin here. Does it make sense that this plaintiff is going to give the guitar and the drum set to this guy?
No.
Why? I mean, $800 gift? I mean, you're in the business of giving $800 gifts?
No.
I didn't think so.
If he's needs money and he's
Well, it's not even needing money. Why would you give something away if you know it's going to get $800?
I think you would only give something away if you think you're getting something in return. Unless they're romantically involved or something like that, I don't think you just give a drum set away.
You said it all. Going inside the courtroom.
So when is the first time he asks you for the money?
During the week we were arguing, he said, well, when are you going to give me some money on that drum set?
And then you say...
I said, you gave me the drum set. And he said, no, you're paying for the drum set. And I said, well, you can have it back.
And then he says...
Fine. So at the end of the week, when we started talking again, he says, I know you can't afford no $1,500. I got to have something for him, so just throw me a few payments here and there, and we'll call it square.
How much?
I ended up paying him $400.
No, but how...
We never set in stone how much.
Do you know what we call people who don't set things in stone?
Yeah.
Litigants.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay? And I love it because, we were such good friends. Oh, that's the guy I don't want to lose, the guy who's my good friend. That's why I want things to be really clear with the guy who's my good friend, because that's the guy I don't want to lose.
Yeah.
And how many good friends do you guys have? You just switch them like underwear, or
He was it.
There you go. Well, now look at y'all.
Yeah.
All right. So he said no one said how many, and then what did you do?
Like I said, I paid him.
How much did you pay him?
$400 altogether.
Did he pay you $400?
No.
Wait, did he pay you anything?
He made 6 payments, $200 total.
Do you have receipts for your payments?
No, I don't.
I wrote them down in a book that I used to carry in my lunchbox. I have the dates, how much he paid me,
Let me see, Brooke.
balance and everything. I carried it in my lunchbox to work.
Okay, so basically this is a little pad, and you wrote whatever you wanted to write on it, and it's not signed or acknowledged by him or by you. It's all in the same ink, and it's the only thing in the pad.
Yeah, it's
Right, but that's your proof.
I was keeping that book to keep track of the payments.
Yeah.
Your Honor?
Yeah.
My son was there when he delivered the drum sets, and he...
Come on up. What do you know about all this?
Well, Your Honor, I stopped by my dad's house after work, and that's when Mr. Pedro was out there with the drum set, and I was looking at the drum set, and I was like, oh, that's nice, and that's when he made the comment, what kind of friend would give a drum set like this?
Who said that?
Mr. Pedro said
To whom?
it.
To you?
To my father.
To your father?
Yeah.
In your presence?
Yes.
Did you say that?
No, after I set the drums up at his house, he never went into the house and looked at them. He was outside with his brother, and I met them both. And I went golfing with one son, and I never met the other one, and they just introduced us. And all I said was, your dad is going to fulfill his dream to be a rock star. He should be out on the road in about 3 months making a fortune. How they got a free drum set out of that is beyond me.
Well, I don't know. Maybe it's because you guys didn't put anything in writing or make it clear to each other. Because at best, you know, I mean, if I'm to believe you, he's going to pay $1,500 for something like double what Guitar Center wouldn't offer you if they'd actually realized it was broken, which doesn't make sense. And according to you, he's just going to give you something that has value, which may or may not make sense. But at a minimum, you guys aren't clear with each other. So, yeah, that's where all the problems come from, not being clear with each other.
No, we were perfectly clear. I told him $1,500 from the beginning.
Watch this.
Okay.
Prove that.
Okay.
Okay. And you say it was a gift. Watch this. Prove that. Okay. How is that clear?
Okay.
Yeah.
What's missing today?
Nothing.
So one of you two has a voicemail from the other one.
Yep.
Let me hear that.
Hey, Thomas, and if you want the drum set, I want $400 for what I gave you and what I spent on parts for them. Other than that, I don't know what to tell you.
What did you spend on parts?
$200.
And you don't say 400 I gave you. You say 400 for
400.
what I gave you plus what I
Plus,
spent on
I want
parts.
the money for the parts.
Okay, so 400 equals what I gave you plus parts.
No, 400 plus the money for the parts.
Play that message again.
If you want the drum set, I want $400 for what I gave you and what I spent on parts for them. Other than that,
$400 for what I gave you and what I spent on part. I can't believe either one of you for anything. Here's what's going to happen. Is that the entire drum? Do you know whether that's a drum set, the entire drum set?
I have no idea.
You're going to open up the boxes. You're going to inspect it. Is that the entire drum set? Or did you leave anything behind?
No.
I'm not going to order him to return any of the money to you. Consider it rental, and I'm ordering you to return that to him. That's my verdict. And you know what? You're both idiots. A true friendship like that, where you can spend that much time with somebody and like them, is really, really rare. And you folks allowed stuff to get in the way of your friendship. And now you reap what you sow.
Yeah.
Some pretty strong words from the judge there as the plaintiff comes out into the hallway, losing his end of the suit.
I'm just glad it's over. It's been a long ordeal. You know, they say you can't put a price on friendship, but you sure can come up with a number to ruin one. So as long as they work and they work fine, they're worth more to me. I'd rather have them back than get the money.
You'd rather have these back than have your friend?
Oh, definitely, definitely. He's no friend of mine, that's for sure.
You guys didn't really act like very good friends.
No, once I found out what kind of a person he was, I just realized it was a big, big mistake from the get-go. So, yeah, you live and learn.
If you listen to what he's about to say, it'll probably sound very similar.
Oh, yeah.
All right, head right around the corner this way. And, all right, come on in here. What kind of friend was he?
The kind that's going to go home, look in the mirror, and fall in love with himself all over again.
Mm-hmm. Well, you guys were buddies?
Yeah, I guess neither one of us was smarter than a fifth grader, so should have put it in writing.
All right, Harvey.
Okay, Kurt, this reinforces the whole proverb, doing business with friends, really risky. That will do it for this case. Litigants for the next case on the way into the courtroom right now.
This is the plaintiff, Trajay Mitchell. She says her van was damaged in the storage lot of the defendant's towing business, and the louse won't pay her for repairs. The window was busted out, the side view mirror was broken, and the paint was chipped. She knows her car wasn't in that condition before the defendant towed it, and is seeking the $2,847.82 it's going to cost her to repair her car. This is the defendant, Sue McLaughlin. She says the plaintiff's van didn't run. She abandoned it on private property, and she was called to tow it to her yard. The car was damaged when she picked it up, and this lawsuit's nothing more than a desperate attempt to get her to pay for damages which she did not cause, nor should she be held responsible for. She's accused of blowing a tow.
All parties, please raise your right hands.
Welcome back to the People's Court. Next case in the docket. The plaintiff says her van was damaged in the defendant's towing lot, but the defendant says the van was abandoned. It's the case of Van Gogh.
Thank you, Douglas. Okay, Ms. Mitchell, you are suing Statewide Wrecker Services, represented here by Sue McLaughlin. You're the owner? Yes. Correct? For $2,847.82 in damages to your vehicle, and you also want your impound fee returned. What happened?
Well, I purchased a vehicle back in January or the beginning of February, but when I went to get it, it was a mechanic special. They said the water pump wasn't working. I tried to drive it home. I couldn't, so I took it back and left it. I said I'd come tow it the next day. The next day there was a snowstorm. After that there was another snowstorm, and I wasn't able to get back out there, and so they had it impounded.
Okay, so how long had you left it at that? This is the place you actually bought it from?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, and they're a mechanical repair place?
No, they're a used car dealership.
Used car dealership. Do they repair cars there too?
No, ma'am.
So then why were you leaving it there?
To tow it. I was coming back the next day to tow it.
No, why did you take it there? Why did you take it back there to begin with? Were you trying to get it returned?
Oh, no. When I couldn't get it home, I didn't want to leave it on the side of the road, so I called him and said,
oh, you bought it, it wasn't running?
It was running. He said it needed a water pump, but it would drive home.
And then how far did you drive?
Probably 5 miles.
So you drove it back to 5 miles?
Yes.
And you left with them and you said, I'll catch it tomorrow, I'll be here tomorrow. And tomorrow turned into how many weeks?
3.
3 weeks.
Yes.
And your answer as to why is because you had, there was a snowstorm, then there was another snowstorm.
Exactly.
Okay.
And
they weren't that sympathetic though, were they?
No.
They kept telling you to come pick it up, that, you know, you can't just leave it here and blah, blah, blah. How much did you pay for the car?
$700.
Okay. And it's a what?
It's a 02 Chevy Venture.
Okay. So they tell you, we're towing it and here's where it got towed to.
I told them that day I was coming to pick it up. I told them the day before. I said, I'm going to come pick it up tomorrow evening. I got there, and they had towed it like literally 30 minutes before.
Did they say why?
They said that I was supposed to come before 7. I was like, well, you didn't give me a time. I just said in the evening, and he was like, well, it's gone. It's been a month, blah, blah. And I was like, all right. I said I was coming today. I don't understand.
Well, I know you did leave it there a month, honey. I mean,
it wasn't.
In any event, I don't have that case in front of me. All right, but yeah, it's not like you can get indignant. All right, so it gets towed. They call you guys, and you guys tow it to your place.
Yes,
ma'am. All right, so do you go over there that day?
I actually went there that night. They said they were closed. They couldn't do anything for me.
Okay.
And so I was like, all right. And so.
Well, did you have your tow truck driver with you?
I actually did have a AAA tow truck driver with me.
Okay.
But like, we didn't even get to see the van.
All right, so then what'd you do? The next day you come back?
No, I wasn't able to come back until probably like 4 days later.
Why?
Just I work, and it, like I said, it's not close.
You can't get out of your own way. All right, so you go over there 4 days later, and what happens? Now you got storage charges. All right, and what happens?
I have my AAA tow truck driver, and we go to pick up the van. He goes to retrieve it for me, and then he like walks up to me, and he's like, you know, the window is busted out, and I was like, no, I didn't know. And so I go down there and I look at it, and the window is busted out, the mirror is busted out, there's damage on the side. And I'm like, yeah, this was not like this. And he was like, you know, so what do you want to do? Do you want to leave it here? And so I took pictures, took video.
Do you have the pictures?
Yes, ma'am.
May I see them?
Sure. Just scroll.
Who's this gentleman?
He's the driver.
Excellent. Come on up. Where did you tow that car from?
The tire clinic on Covington Highway, right up the block, probably less than a mile from where our tow yard is.
Okay, how did you tow it?
I put it on my rollback. It had no keys to it, so I had to pull it up on the truck.
How do you do that? Like, explain it to me, because I don't know.
You put the hooks up under the rear end, and you, with the hoist cable, it's called a winch cable, you just pull it up on the truck.
So what do you attach the winch cable to?
To the rear axle.
To the rear axle.
Yes, ma'am.
And then you pulled it up on the truck.
Pull it up on the truck, make sure.
What kind of car is this?
It's a Chevy Venture, a minivan.
Does it have back vent windows?
Yes, ma'am.
Were they open?
Well, I have to say no, that they weren't open, but one was damaged. So the right rear window was damaged.
The right rear vent window?
Yes.
Okay, were there any other windows damaged?
Not that I can recall.
Was there any damage to the bodywork?
It's an older van, so there had dents and dings all over the van.
Did you notice any damage to the mirror?
Yep, the right side mirror.
What was wrong with the right side mirror?
I don't recall exactly. I just know that I marked it on my sheet.
Okay, can I see your sheet? When do you prepare that sheet?
I prepared after once I
the
pick up
tow?
a car. Right.
After or before the tow?
Well, normally when I get back to the yard, I prepare the sheet, unless that sheet was signed because it was a private impound, so it was signed by the owner of the property.
So you actually prepared it before you towed?
Right.
right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Damage to the front, damage to the side. You crossed out damage to the back windows. You marked that.
The back window where it was busted, there was glass from that window on the ground right next to it. And so I was talking to my, I'm sorry. This is the side of my vehicle. This was not how it was when it was towed. The window is shattered out. A mirror is shattered and gone, as well as damage to the side of it, like the whole side of it was hit. There is white material from the van on the ground, along with glass.
I don't see that in
where
there.
you can see the window was busted in here. After I took the video, I was discussing it with my driver.
Your child wants to know, Mama, how's it going? Maybe I should answer. How old's your child?
I don't have any kids.
Oh, Mama, how's it going? Is that your man? Who's asking you that? Someone said,
yeah.
Mama, how's it going?
It's probably my boo.
Okay. I'm going to text your boo back acting like it's you. All right. So do you have pictures as well? I saw the video, but do you have pictures?
Yeah, if you just slide over.
Right. Were the back windows completely shattered when you towed it?
No, not completely.
How were they? What is it we're talking about?
When you're towing, if the window is busted in the situation, a lot of it's gonna the remaining part of the window is gonna come out along the journey.
But what was busted?
The rear side window.
The rear side window.
On the right-hand side.
The little triangular vent?
No, the back, the long window.
The whole back window.
Yes, ma'am.
Was what? It was what?
It was shattered. It wasn't all the way broken out.
Right.
But it was shattered.
So, do tow truck drivers deserve this bad rap?
Well, I didn't know they had a bad.
They do.
Well, if they do, then they certainly deserve it because
You don't even know what it is. What do you think?
I think tow truck drivers are notoriously crooked. So
Really?
Surprise, yes,
As a group?
definitely.
Wait a minute. So you think you go into that business saying, well, I'm going to go into that business because I'm a crook?
Maybe. Yes.
Wow, what do you think of lawyers? Oh, forget it. That's okay. We are out of time. Going inside the courtroom.
So I have a letter from the person who asked us to tow the car.
Oh, yeah, that's helpful. Where was it parked? Where was it kept during the time it was there?
In our tow yard?
No.
Oh, at the place where we picked it up at? There's a car lot. Matter of fact, I probably have a picture of my phone. There's a car lot to the left of the tire shop that the person who owns the tire shop rents the used cars lot to. And on the outside of the gate belongs strictly to the tire shop. So any cars that, are left on the property, if they don't make an arrangement for it to be picked up, he calls us and have him pick up the vehicles.
Does the public have access to it?
It's an open lot, yes.
Open lot.
Yeah.
This is our contract with them as well.
Thank you.
Thank you.
According to this person, had visible damage to the right rear window, which was broken while illegally parked on the premises.
It was not illegally parked, nor was the window broken. I don't have any relationship.
It's kind of weird that this person is. This is who authored this?
It's the person who operates the tire shop. That
Right,
the
but
landlord
is he
of the property.
he's the landlord?
Yes, he's the landlord of the property.
If he has a.
So what do you think happened? That it was shattered, but not all the way, and then during the tow, the rest of it shattered? That's what you guys think happened?
Right.
Which is interesting, because that's what you think happened, but you think it's their fault that it
No,
happened.
I don't think it was shattered at all. As it was described to me by my tow truck driver, when you're not supposed to tow a minivan backwards because the windows vent out and the air pressure will cause it to vent out and then cause the window to shatter. Have
you ever heard such a thing?
If the rear vent windows are open, it's a possibility
Right.
that it can happen. Yes, but in her case, I don't know if you can see her picture, but I explained to her whole window railing that holds the window in was rusted out. And
it being rusted.
She had explained to me about the glass on the ground that had happened there. I said the remaining glass on my tow bed, I swept it off. You know, I wasn't trying to hide anything, so I marked the damage and told
So
her.
so you know that the window finished shattering during the tow.
Yes, ma'am.
What you're saying is, I picked it up and it had already started shattering, so it's nothing I did.
Exactly.
And then this is what's peculiar, is that what he's showing me as evidence is evidence from the landlord that owns a place where it was towed from, saying it got shattered on my property. In other words, what I'm saying is this guy has no reason to lie to help him because he's just kind of, put himself in the mix. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, that doesn't mean he's going to have to pay you. I'm just saying he put himself in the mix where he was free and clear.
But I just don't understand if it was broken somewhere else, like in what world it would be partially broken and break along the way and then still have glass at the wrecking yard or...
Why not? Why is that impossible?
I've seen windows break. I've seen broken windows. I've never seen half a broken window.
Have you ever seen when a rock chip hits your windshield and it's a dot, and then all of a sudden, a few weeks later, it's like a big spider web, and it can continue to break. I mean, that's actually.
But it's not even a window.
Because apparently I have on numerous occasions. But I think you're out of gas, hon. With that affidavit, which I'm going to give you a copy of. So
Please do.
Yeah, right? But again, you're going to have a problem if they can prove that they made contact with you and asked you to move it and that you left it there that long. But with what I've heard, I cannot ask them to pay to make your $700 car a $3,000 car. Verdicts for the defendants. Good luck.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And call your boo. He's been calling.
It was more like boo-hoo because the judge has to rule against you here. How you feeling about that?
I'm really upset, and I don't believe that it was broken before, but I will go after him if he says that it was broken on his property.
All right, so you're going to keep after this?
Yes, I am.
All right, okay. All right, follow Officer McIntosh right down that way. Same to you, thank you. All right, so step on in here. Come on in here. You satisfied how this comes out here?
Yes, sir. We didn't damage your vehicle. You can't expect a $700 vehicle that's been impounded to a tow yard to be magically transformed into a $2,800 vehicle. It just doesn't happen.
You sound way too nice to be a tow lady.
Well, I am.
That's unbelievable. Because usually the tow guy is the bad guy. You can be the bad guy.
No, he's not a bad guy.
I hang around the good guy. Mr. was a great person.
All right, okay. Harvey?
Okay, the bottom line, that the plaintiff has to prove that the damage happened on the defendant's watch, and the defendant has sworn testimony that it didn't. And that will do it for this case. Litigants for the next case on the way into the courtroom right now.
This is the plaintiff, Quinaya Alston. She says she rented an apartment from the defendant, and the guy is stealing her security deposit, and it's not fair. She works very hard for her money. The defendant has no right keeping it, and since he didn't return it within the required 30 days, she's suing him for $2,700, double the original amount. This is the defendant, James. He says the plaintiff left the apartment in shambles. He withheld the security to cover the damages, and now the stubborn woman is suing him for double? Good luck, lady. There isn't a court in the land who's going to side with you on this one. He's sure of it. He's accused of not giving back a tenant her money.
All parties, please raise your right hands.
Welcome back to the People's Court. Next case in the docket, the plaintiff rented an apartment from the defendant and got stiff on her hard-earned security. But the defendant says the plaintiff left the apartment a wreck. It's the case of rent a wreck.
Thank you, Douglas. Okay, Ms. Alston, you are suing DNS developers, represented here by James. You're the manager?
Yes.
Okay, so you have authority by the owners to be here and represent?
Yes.
For $2,700, double your security deposit that you say they have wrongfully withheld. Tell me what's going on.
Your Honor, I was staying at one of the apartments located in Paterson, New Jersey, which I've rented for about a year and a half, roughly. I moved out August the 1st of 2013. And
why did you move out?
The conditions of the apartment.
Okay, were you in the middle of a lease or no?
Well, the lease was for a year. So after a year, I had the obligation to move or not to move.
Oh, was that the end of the lease?
Yes.
The lease ended on what date?
The lease ended, I believe I moved in 2012.
Do you have the lease?
No, I don't have the lease. I'm not there in the
I understand. Does anybody have the lease?
No, but she moved in March of
I got
2012.
That's a bunch of gums flapping. I have the lease. The lease is what would help me figure that out. Okay, so go ahead. So you leave on August 2nd. Go ahead.
Yes, I moved out on August the 1st, Your Honor, of 2013.
I'm sorry, August 1st.
Yes, 2013.
And why'd you leave in August? Why didn't you leave July 31st?
That was the date that we agreed that I was moving.
Okay. Did you pay August rent?
Rent was being paid by Section 8.
Did they pay August rent?
They paid July's rent, I believe.
July's rent?
Yes.
All right, so you leave on August 1st, and what happens?
Mr. James came and he inspected the apartment.
Okay.
He said that everything was okay. He actually came on the 31st, I believe. He said that everything...
August 3rd.
August 3rd, okay, go ahead.
He said that everything was fine, everything looked good. He actually came on his wedding day.
So did you get married on August 3rd?
Yes.
Okay, and you see him that day?
Yes, I seen him.
And did you put down a $1,350 deposit?
Yes.
Okay, is it Section 8 that you were receiving?
Yes.
Okay, they didn't put down any of the deposit?
No, that was
All
my
right,
money.
so he says everything looks good? Mm-hmm. And then what happens?
He said that some money would be taken out, not much, for my bedroom, which I did not paint.
For what?
I painted for... He just said that it wasn't painted, that they were going to take out for that.
Had you painted it and not restored it to its original color?
No.
Had you painted it?
No, not my bedroom. I painted the rest of the house.
Okay, and not restored it to its original color? Mm-hmm. Okay. Its original color was what?
The original color was like a mint green. That's my children's room.
Okay, and then what was the color that you painted it?
Maybe a little darker than what it was, because I took a piece of paint and took it to Home Depot and they made the paint from that. So it might have been like a slight darker.
All right, what's going on? Why won't you guys return her security deposit?
Well, actually, Your Honor, July 31st, I didn't see her July 31st.
I don't care. August 3rd, you see her.
It was August 3rd.
I'm sure. Are you the wife? No. Nope. Who are you? Who's that?
More support. Good friend of mine's more support.
Okay. Does wife know you're here? Yes. All right. Go ahead. Go ahead.
On August 3rd was the first time I went to the apartment to see it.
That's fine. So you go there August 3rd. What's the problem?
Okay.
Why won't you return the security deposit?
The problem was that initially I thought I was just coming there to pick up the keys. I was surprised to see her in there painting the apartment. And I told her that initially I said it looked good as far as no furniture was inside the apartment and it just looked fairly clean. Not to do an inspection of any type of repairs that needed to get done.
Well, what were you there for? Just pick up keys? Who was going to do the inspection?
I was assuming to come in to pick up. It was my wedding day, so I was assuming to come in to pick up the keys.
Your keys.
That was it. I was surprised to see her. I was surprised to see her painting the apartment, and I pointed out to her that it looked good as far as furniture was out and looked fairly clean. So what's
the problem? Why won't you?
She painted the apartment.
Stop talking. I don't need a cheerleader. Go ahead.
She painted the apartment a different color than what it was originally, and also she did a bad job.
What color was it originally?
Like the green she was talking about.
What color did she paint it?
Some type of blue color.
Okay.
And I told her that I said I told her she should have used a neutral color, instead of the blue color.
But you guys gave it to her not in a neutral color, but go ahead.
Anyway, after she moved out and when I came back from my honeymoon, I got a list of the things that was repaired, which was they had to paint the entire apartment, replace all the smoke detectors inside the apartment. Also, we had to install 2 new floors in the living room.
2 new floors? Why would the tenant pay for that?
In the living room and also in the 2 bedrooms.
Yeah, but why does she have to pay for the remodeling of the entire place?
No, because she had damaged the rugs.
Good. Now I need you to prove to me how she damaged the rugs.
Well, I don't have pictures of the damaged rugs.
Well, then you're going to be...
Well, it was like burnt stains, a lot of food stains. So she used to always complain about the rugs to me, saying, James, I know my kids, they damaged the rugs. Can I just replace the rug with a new rug? I told her, sure. If you want to put another rug on there, you be my guest.
So according to you, the carpeting is so bad and stained by that it needs replacing.
Yes.
Okay, now wait 1 second. Did you stain or did your children stain that carpeting so badly that it needed replacing?
No.
Okay, so now I need you to prove what you're saying, which you would do by first showing me pictures of how you handed it to her and then showing me pictures of how she handed it back. Do you have such pictures?
No, I don't, Your Honor.
Okay, all right, so
Just
that takes
her word
care of the
and my word
carpeting.
against hers.
Exactly, but here's the problem. She has a burden of proving her part of the case, which is I paid a security deposit, they won't return it. She's proven that. You admit that she paid a security deposit, you won't return it. You guys have the burden of proving your defense. So when a lender can't just say, oh, it was disgusting, just trust me. No, you have to prove to me that you have a right to it. So now, let's talk about the paint.
The
You went
color.
from mint green to aqua?
I have pictures if you
Yeah,
want.
that'd be awesome.
Yes. And as far as
These
that
are the pictures that
socket-
you took to show that you left the place clean?
Yes. And as far as the socket that he's talking about,
I would like to retract my face of being appalled because the green is a very neutral green. It's not some like hideous.
it's a nice green. It,
Yeah,
it
no,
was
it's nice.
roughly about the same color that
But
it
now
was
here's
when
the thing. What color is this? This is like a
That's
mustard.
the blue. That's the room that I didn't
Blue.
paint.
No, not this room. This.
The aqua blue?
No, this.
Oh, the yellow.
Yeah, like a mustardy.
That was the whole house almost. That was the living room, the
that's
kitchen.
the paint. That's
Yes.
the paint that you did?
Yes. Well, that's
Okay.
the paint it was the color. It's
That
the
was-
same as that color.
Can you please listen to me?
Yes.
Did you paint the mustard colored
Yes.
walls yourself?
Yes, I did.
Okay. Did you paint the wall in this room?
Yes.
You did. Did you paint the wall in there that blue?
No.
That came that way.
Yes.
Okay, so you got two options right now, okay? You can either paint the bedroom of your apartment mint green or aqua. Which is it?
I'm gonna go with aqua.
Why?
Because it reminds me of the ocean.
Okay, well, you know what? That's fair. Mint green or aqua?
I probably would go aqua also.
Because?
Because, you know, probably better feel for the house, you know. Like,
Anybody like mint green? Just curious. Oh, really?
I think it's a softer color. I think it'd be more soothing. I think aqua would be too obnoxious.
As opposed to mint green, which would make pretty much everybody throw up. Okay, I get you. Going inside the courtroom.
All right, now a tenant could paint a place and it could be good enough for them, but it could be appalling for the next tenant. So if you're saying that that paint job was awful, I need you to prove that. Because from the pictures, I don't see it awful. And I don't see, so I just need, can I see what you say are the damages that she committed?
Initially, I sent her a letter when I came back from my honeymoon, which I did which was after August 10th. I did the invoice August 10th. I sent it to her to the regular mail.
You did the invoice, just a moment. You did the invoice August 10th. What does
Yes.
that mean?
That was based on.
What's RSK Development?
That's the company that we use to do all the repairs. and
Okay,
the
I
paint.
see an invoice on August 10th that's sent by your repair company to you guys, to the people you represent, saying that labor and materials to install 2 pergo floors. I suppose you think she's going to pay for that. Repair cabinet doors, recaulk bathroom, install 2 window screens, paint entire unit, replace smoke detectors, repair. Did you ever have smoke detectors?
Yeah, some of them are in the pictures to show that they were intact. There should be
Oh yeah,
some-
there's a smoke detector. Replace, maybe they weren't working. Recaulked bathroom tub, installed 2 window screens, labor and materials, $27.50. And I see a letter from you to her in October, many months later, saying to her, we're keeping your security deposit, and by the way, you owe us another $1,400. Okay. You live in the state of New Jersey, and in the state of New Jersey, within 30 days after, like in a lot of states, you have an obligation to send a letter explaining things or returning their security deposit after they leave. And like some states that are increasingly pro-tenant, the answer when you don't do it, and if you wrongfully withhold the money, is to give them double the deposit. So where's a letter in 30 days?
No, I sent that letter, regular mail, the first one.
This
regular
is
mail.
not a letter. This
the
is
invoice,
a bill.
The invoice. The
I'm
invoice.
sorry. You sent that to her with what? A letter?
No,
Explain?
I sent.
You just sent the invoice that these guys
Yes.
sent you. That's not a letter to the tenant explaining what you're withholding and why you're withholding it. And by the way, do you have any proof that you did that? Because all I see is a letter dated by the company to you. Did you drop the ball because you had just gotten married?
No, I didn't drop the ball. I
Okay,
just got married.
then just prove to me, because you know you have to prove it later.
I understand, but like I said, I sent it to
You don't
her,
have any proof that you sent out anything in
regular
August.
mail, and then 30 days later after
Did
that,
you
after
send
we
something
received no
October
response-
2nd?
Yeah, something
did
was-
send the October 2nd
yes,
letter.
after we didn't receive a response from her from the initial letter that I sent. Or
The initial letter you
voice
can't
that I
prove you sent. Watch this. Did he send a letter in August?
Nope.
You know, yours is one of those states where it's kind of the judgment of the judge, you know, to decide how much was wrongfully withheld. Tell me again why you're moving out in August instead of moving out July 31st?
I was out. Everything was gone from the apartment July 31st. I returned the keys on
He
August
says
the 1st.
you
I
were
was
painting
out.
on August 3rd.
No, I wasn't painting
Yes, you
on
were.
August
You were
the
painting
3rd.
on August
I was
3rd.
in my new apartment on August the 3rd. I was
No,
staying
you were
in
with
the-
him on August the 3rd because you told me you were with him there in your
I
old
don't
apartment.
remember exactly which day
You
it
did
was.
tell.
was
Well, he
there.
knows what day
It
his
was my
wedding
wedding
is.
day. I
He's
remember
already
that.
here with another woman. You think he's going to botch his anniversary on national television?
Don't do that, Your Honor.
All right. I've heard enough. Here's what I'm going to do. I am going to order you folks to return the security deposit. I'm not going to order double, but I am going to order the return of $1,350. And the reason that I'm doing that is because they don't have the requisite proof. I'm not, you've already admitted that you painted the place, and so, I don't know. I suppose it's possible. He says in his judgment, you needed repairs here. You had a 3-year-old there. I don't know. I just know that they don't have their ducks in a row. And so I'm going to order them to pay you back your security deposit, $1,350. Verdict for the plaintiff. Good luck,
Thank you, Your
folks.
Honor.
It sends the defendant out here into the hallway on the losing end of this case. What are you thinking?
I'm just glad it's over with. She tried to make it seem like that we didn't do the repairs that was damaged by the plaintiff. So.
Mm-hmm. Judge said
at least we didn't have to pay the double.
you didn't have all your stuff together there. Here, says the judge. Your ducks in a row, as she put it.
Yeah,
Could have
I
done a
know.
better job there.
Probably so.
You're putting your stuff together. All right, head around the corner and better luck next time. All right, so you didn't get double your security back.
I did get something, though. Judgment was served.
Judgment was served.
Mhm.
Was justice served?
Justice was served.
All right. You satisfied how it comes
I'm
out?
satisfied how it comes out. I'm just glad I kept all my paperwork and pictures and different things like that.
Okay. Harvey?
We deal with this a lot where people want to, change things in an apartment when they rent. Here's the deal. Never do an improvement to an apartment, even if you really believe it's an improvement, without getting the landlord's permission. Not just the landlord's permission, written permission.